Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Sim live stream. Today it's the 17th of March 2026. It's 5 minutes past 8 in the evening here in the United Kingdom. Back in XP12 in one of my absolute favourite add-ons, the Felis 747-200. We are live time and live weather currently in Shanghai, China, where on Sunday the Chinese Grand Prix took place. The whole idea behind this stream is that Alpaca Airways has been leased out by DHL to fly Formula 1 parts, let's say for the Aston Martin Formula 1 team, to the next Formula 1 race at Suzuka in 2 weeks' time. We're flying into Nagoya in Japan, which is the airport which is used by the freight logistics DHL company and other airlines to serve Suzuka, which is across the bay here. Flight time around 1 hour 45 minutes. We're going to have a beautiful sunrise into Japan for an early morning flight. The local time right now in Shanghai, in fact, let me just have a little look here on my time. It's 6 minutes past 4 in the morning, and in Nagoya it's 5 minutes or 6 minutes past 5 in the morning, so it will be a beautiful sunrise we get to see today. Now I'll zoom on towards this aircraft. I cannot describe how large this airport is. It makes Dallas Fort Worth look like it's the size of Stansted. It's absolutely huge. I'm only over the middle of the airport. We're actually moving over to the cargo apron here. Now 4 runways, absolutely massive. We are live on VATSIM, but as you can imagine, not much ATC or traffic going on here. Yes, firstly, an apology. I was meant to stream on Sunday night, this very sector published it. I have never felt so sick on my life on Sunday. My beautiful daughter had norovirus, which then my wife Jo caught, and then it seemed to wind its way to myself on Sunday. Sunday morning I felt terribly rough, and then Sunday evening it was the first time I'd actually been sick, as in physically sick from sickness, for many years, and it was very short-lived. Felt a little bit better yesterday, but certainly not fit enough to stream, so I postponed it another 24 hours today, and I feel 99% better, just in time to go back to work tomorrow, which is very good. So thank you very much for your patience in getting this stream up and running. Anyway, we finally zoomed on our way towards Alpaca Cargo. I think that's Ruben there in another Alpaca Airways aircraft, but with the model matching, it's gone up as China Airlines Cargo. But yeah, it's just stock scenery. Looks really nice here. Getting reasonably good FPS here in Shanghai too. Anyway, let's catch up with who's in the stream today. We've got Smoggy Liam, thank you, 76 months as a member. Airport and aircraft are looking awesome. Glad you feel better. Thank you very much, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Steve, just glad you are feeling a lot better and hope the family also recover fast. Yes, oh, they're feeling much better. I was the one that was lagging behind with regards to this illness. Thank you very much for the kind words. Adam, hope you're doing well. Finally found some time for your stream. How are you doing, sir? Thank you very much. Hope your line training's going well, buddy. All the best, sir. Hello, V-Skycheck. Good day to you. Avtok, leave the Honda engine in China, please. Aston Martin will probably be faster without it. Yes, I did watch the China Grand Prix. Not feeling very well in bed at 7 o'clock in the morning in the UK. They're having a torrid time, aren't they? And didn't they? I think there was video of Fernando Alonso having to let go of the steering wheel on the straights because the vibrations caused by the Honda engine. Terrible, isn't it? Crazy sarcasm. Hope you're doing well. Listerman. Thomas Mruxon's here. Good evening to you, buddy. Listerman, thank you very much for popping in. Rory Heap, good evening to you. Hope you're doing very well. Anyway, let's now zoom in towards the aircraft. I'm not at full volume today with my voice because my office is next to my daughter's bedroom. She went to bed about an hour ago, so I'm not being as loud as I possibly could be. So I've turned up the microphone input on the volume slightly. So if it's it's a little bit too tinny, just let me know in the background or in chat, and I'll make the adjustments. Having Store, thank you very much. 21 months, excited for you to try to feel this again. Hope you enjoy my livery. Getting close to 2 years now. Of course, I forgot to mention or speak to you that I downloaded your livery for this add-on. Very nice. We'll have plenty of time to see it on the way into Nagoya in Japan when the sun rises. Thank you very much for your continued support and the work in making this livery. So we're going to run this a little bit realistically. We're going to load the cargo in sort of real time. In real time, I say real time, it takes about 30 minutes to do so. Using INS today, old school navigation. These two airports still host conventional SIDS and stars. We're going to have to do a DME arc to do an ILS approach later on, so you can enjoy me doing turn 10, twist 10. But I love the challenge that this aircraft just poses. It's just so much fun. I usually base my streams off what you guys want to see, but this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do an F1 positioning flight in the Felis 742. And the timing's great because I'm going on to lates tomorrow, so I'll only be jumping into the simulator this time tomorrow evening. Anyway, let's get some power onto this aircraft. I'm going to have to squint here, so battery we can turn on here. Now, before we put the ground power on, we need to use the GPU to raise the nose. So we've got the battery connected here. Just to show you, I've got 0% there, cargo preset 100%. We're taking the absolute maximum capacity that this aircraft can lift. So zero fuel weight, 267.3 tons. Here's the operational flight plan. Have a look at this. We're only 300 kilos below the maximum zero fuel weight, so super heavy. Landing weight, we shouldn't need to take any additional fuel. There's no en route weather. Actually, I'll double check the en route weather charts and see if they've changed, because there was some lightning and X-plane before the stream. But yeah, we've got plenty of room for takeoff because we can carry a lot more fuel, but we don't need it. This sector is only an hour and 45 minutes long. Now, we're going to load up the aircraft in sort of real time as per the sort of tablet. So what we'll do is go here to, is it ground? There we are. So we'll open the nose door, open the side door, and you can look outside here. Before we get the external power connected, we just have to use the external power to raise the nose. And I think since this was in beta before it was released, there was no animation of cargo, so you don't see it loading, but when the load or the zero fuel weight increases, your payload increases, more and more stuff ends up in the cargo hold now. So by the time it's finished loading, this cargo hold will be absolutely full of boxes and crates and is it the LRD devices or whatever they're called? I can't remember, but there we are. You've got the main nose opening up and the side cargo door opening up as well. Very loud, but using the standby, using the electrical power from the GPU to get that opened up. Swim and climb, hope you're doing well. I'm in Alpaca 739. Thanks for joining in. Malaysian Aviator, always nice to see a smile. Yes, you get that smile just when it cranks open there. Hope you're doing well. David, hurry up, Captain. I've got to be working 49 minutes. Can we take off by then? That will be a challenge. Because I've got to load up my INS today. But there we are. The nose is opened up. The side doors are open. We can now turn on the external power to power up the aircraft. So close, the lighting changes straight away, and then we'll put the standby power switch to normal. There we are. So we already have fuel on board, 36 tons. I think that might actually be, I didn't pre-fuel, funny enough. So we need a little bit more fuel. So what we're going to do now we've loaded up this on the load calculator, just to show you, you can use the inbuilt fuel calculator by adjusting your distance flight level, which I did before the stream, to match SimBrief, and it was really close. Look, 37.7, 37.2, so it's only about 3 or 4 minutes flight time out. So we're going to go off this one here, 37.7, which is sufficient fuel for our sector. The block fuel is 37.2. En route weather-wise, there isn't much to affect us. Let me just have a little look here at why is Navigraph not opening up? Sometimes it can be a bit laggy. There we are. So there's our sector from China to Japan. Let's have a little look at the en route weather. I don't think there was anything here. Just rain showers, maybe. We can select SIG weather on this. How do we do that? Layers. Let's look at the SIG weather charts. There we are. So we've got, yeah, some icing. There's no thunderstorms or anything like that along our route, and then when we get into Japan early morning, we've got no clouds, 0504, so we can expect runway 36. The forecast is pretty decent. We've got showers of rain starting in the morning, sort of Zulu time, so evening time Japan, so no issue for weather or additional fuel for this sector. So we'll go here to load calculator, no, not load calculator, sorry, payload, use load sheet data, and then press the load button. There we are. So it starts loading the cargo with these digits, and you will see sort of 3D images loaded into the cargo bay, which is quite cool. And whilst that's going on, we can go to the fuel tab, use load sheet data. There you are, 3769. I've only got to pump in 1600 kilos, but if I press call tanker to add this amount, there we are. It's just going to top it up. It's only going to take 5 seconds. Boom, done. Refueling is complete. Oh no, gosh. Oh no, 37,699. I thought it would slightly overfueled there. Thanks for your subscription, Eunice. Welcome on board. Riding the jet stream. Yeah, we've got a fantastic tailwind for this sector today. But there we are. Fueling's complete. We can now carry on with the rest of this setup. So let's get some lighting on here. Turn up the dome lighting, main background lighting, overboard lighting, storm lighting on. There we are. That's a little bit better. Whoa, that's super bright. Look at this engineering panel I've got to configure. So I'll start up here on the overhead panel and just make my way scanning up there. Greg Scott, cheers buddy, 76 months, evening folks, I hope you're feeling better Captain, much better buddy, thank you very much. That was a rough couple of days, but took it very steady, ate plain food, lots of drinks with electrolytes in, and I feel righteous right now. Thank you very much for your kind words. Right, flight control switches are all guarded, anti-skids on, body steering's armed, we arm the auto brake after engine start. INS to standby. We'll start warming those up here. That's all configured and set. Emergency exit lights armed. Slightly different to the passenger variant. You can just move the start switch to ground start as soon as you're ready. There's no separate ignition switch system. Fueling's complete, so no smoking seatbelt signs on. Wipers are configured and set. Compass DG wanted slave to the compass. That's all configured. Radio master buses on. Stall warnings checked. Mac airspeed warning tested. Over rotation tested. Window heat on. In this checklist, it wants you to put the probe heat on during the. Hold on, no, that's engine anti-ice. Put the probe heat on during the pre-flight, which we don't do on the 7.3. Window heat on. There we are. The overhead panel was all set. Having stored plain food, yeah, we've got some nice bagels for breakfast. RTC says, love the plane, but doing the work of 3 crew gets tiresome. No, it doesn't. I love it. I love it. Anyway, overhead panel's pretty much configured. Nav light can be on. So, let's have a little look on. I had a little look on flight radar before the start of this stream. Obviously, it's early morning, but they're taking off on the northerly runways at the moment. So, there's no wind, basically. Let's have a look here. 270 at 3 meters. So, they're using runway, the northerly runway. So, I'm going to use 35 left for departure. We're online, but there's no traffic, so it's a shortish taxi. And the SID, we'll set the runway QDM for 35 left, which is 348. So let's just set the heading and courses to 348 to start. And we'll then have a little look at this SID. Did I start the loading process, guys? I just want to make sure here. The fueling's done. There we are. We're up to 30 tons of 110 tons total. If we have a little look here, look, you can see, look, it's starting to load 3D objects into the cargo hold, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let's have a little look at this SID. I've sort of highlighted it in green. It's a conventional SID, so runway 35 left. We're going to climb straight ahead off the Pudong VOR until radio of 348, 8.9 miles. So we'll tune Pudong 16.9. 16.9, make it both active, box 1 and 2. The radial is 348, which I've already set, and then we're going to make a right turn on the 084 inbound to Hengsha. So we're going to go 14.4 on box 2, and we'll put the course to 084. We're not going to spend much time on the 264 radial, but we've got it backed up anyway. And then, obviously, because it's now 1970, we have to tune and identify the nav aids manually. So here's Pudong. Have a little listen in. Here's the Morse. Takes a while. That's Papa Uniform Delta. I'll have a little listen to Hengsha. Make sure we've got the correct nav aids. Lots of dots on this one. Gosh, I wasn't quite ready for that. I'm just going to have a sip of water. Perfect. Oh, look who's in the house. Felis, good evening. Surprise, surprise. We're in your beautiful 747-200. You know, I can't go too long without flying this add-on. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Planning evening all from the flight deck of Lufthansa 422 en route to Boston. Amazing. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. So we sort of set up the MCP as per the SID. We can look at that later. There's no mention of any SID stop altitude here, so we'll go straight up to our cruise level. If it's very quiet, that is quite common to get a direct climb, so we'll just set 350 here. In the unlikely event we get VATSIM China come online at 4 in the morning, we'll get an update on the stop altitude. Right, that's all configured and set. GME we've identified the nav aids. That's all configured and set. Instrument comparator warnings complete. Bugs will set momentarily. INS will load up in a second. I just want to sort out the engineers panel. Weather radar to standby, tilt +5, and we're on Unicom 121.8. Right then, over to the engineering panel. Start the APU now. Just give it a second for the APU door to open. Wait until that light extinguishes and then we'll start the APU. Good evening, E-Aviation. I hope you're doing well. Domino Messina's wishing Plenty a good flight to Boston. Fantastic. Start the APU. Probably before you start the APU, do a squib test and a fire test. There we are. Perfect. So whilst that's booting up, we'll just configure with our panel scan. So generators are all configured and set, and all the guards are closed. All the secondary indications are all fine here. I'll plenty of oil for the engines. All temperature obviously is cold and dark, so all pressures at 0, completely normal when it's at this configuration. Galley power switch on, trim air open, humidifier on, pack controls. We'll turn on the bleed, and one of the packs. Looks like the APU has finished starting, so let's open the bleed air valve. There we are, getting some conditioned air into the cabin. Recirculation fans can come on. We're cruising at 35,000 feet, so we'll put 1,000 feet above that, 36,000 feet. Fueling's done. Squib tests, left and right bottles. Equipment cooling tested. Cargo fire protection is all configured and set. Now the pumps, you need these off for pushback, but we've turned on the electric hydraulic pump for pushback, and then the rest of the pumps can go onto auto after engine start and pushback. Overheats, nose doors configured and set, brake temperatures are all fine. That's all done. Fuel jetting panels closed. Perfect. Done a very, very, very quick panel scan. Don't forget the fuel pumps. There we are. No fuel in the centre tank today. Excellent. Now we just need to load up the INS. So, in my preparation for today's stream, I had a look here. It's the first time I've ever seen an airport. Look at the size of this airport, by the way. There's no coordinates available. There's no coordinate stand, so I can't actually find my exact position. So I'm going to have to use the tablet to put that in. Oh, having stored, you need to turn on pump 1 for pushback. I think for body gear steering. I will turn that on then, based off your advice. There we are. That's running. So, yeah, there's no coordinate stand. I've tried searching for it. I can't actually find it. But we are on stand 332, which is here. But not to despair. What we can do is go to the tablet, press home, press INS, and you can insert your present position. So you click this once, and then quick align. It will just basically complete the alignment straight away. Flick all the INSs to nav, which I generally do anyway, and you'll see in all 3 INSs you've got the correct position, so that's happy days. And now we've got the fantastic cheetah. I've got no choice, I don't know what my position is. I now have the laborious task of programming the INS, so we'll select remote. 3, 2, 1, and then waypoint. Waypoint 1. Waypoint 1. I only go to 1 on this so we can see that it's correctly configuring. There we are. So we now need to load the INS. I'm just going to hide the yoke, bring up the coordinates, and I've got this fine part of the stream which everyone loves, which is watching me looking at coordinates on the INS. But look at the prep I did at this, guys. I highlighted the waypoints I want to program and numbered it as well, so I wouldn't forget. 9 waypoints in total. Members, check out Discord for the exact route. I'll let all the lovely regular subscribers see here. There you go. So I have a cheat sheet. There's China, there's Japan, so I can see which waypoints I'm programming. They're basically all the ones where there's a turn, the straight legs. And modified. The routing's pretty realistic to 2026. It's based off existing route information, but I've just modified the waypoints to INS points, basically. So there we are. Let's now done this the other way. Having stored, but you could have taken the values from the tablet and inserted them manually. It's time consuming. Let's do it this way. Right, Laman, which is the SID point. One thing I have noticed, it is a conventional SID, but there's actually no way to get from ALDAP to SURAG using a VOR. So I think what I'm going to do is get to ALDAP, which I can get there off this radio, and then just self-position to Lamen. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to get to guess the distance 30 point and fly a track of 087 for just some random time to get to Lamen. So otherwise I wouldn't know how else to do it, but that's what we're going to do. Anyway, let's now go back to loading up the INS. Let's bring up the flight plan. You know the drill, for those of you who watch the stream a lot. If I miss something or make an input error, please let me know as soon as possible in chat. Right, waypoint number 1, Larmen, north 3136.6. Insert east 124000. I'm much quicker than I used to be. Number 2, and you can see here, perfect. It's copied it across to INS2, no doubt number 3. IDECO now, north 3143 to insert east 125398. Insert 3. Bigot north 32 023. Insert east 127072. Nearly halfway, guys. Insert number 4, the Fuerteventura review. I know. Fuque, north 3241. 3241. Insert east 128496. 8496. Insert 5. Donar, north 3321. 3321. Insert east 132291. That's the sound of the cargo door closing. I think it's the side one. That means boarding's complete. Oh, cargo loading is completed. Number 5, Donar is in. Number 6, Tarby, north 33423. North 33423. Insert east 134030. Insert 730. No mistakes yet, guys, have I? 730 north 33412. East 13502. 13502. Insert 8. Penultimate waypoint, Natch, north 34115. Insert east 136117. 136117. And then lastly, cards, which is the end of the, or beginning of the DME arc, essentially. So I'm going to have to go old school there. Cards is north 34251. Insert, and then east 136241. 136241. Insert. There we go. How time consuming is that? Anyway, it's done. Remote off, and we can now do the performance. So, runway 35 left for departure. So short taxi, facing south, and then we'll go Papa 1, runway 35 left, and we'll now go here. We're going to close the door. So let me just go here to ground. Nose door in transit, side door in transit. So there we are. Oh no! So what I've got to do now? I know what I need to do. I need to. There we are. I need to put one APU generator on the bus, but put the GPU, because there's not enough power from the GPU to power the aircraft and close the door. So I put one of the many transfer buses on the APU, and the other is still on the external power. So there we are. That's going to close the nose door. Look at mine. Cargo load brimmed with Aston Martin cargo components and parts. Superb. Right, whilst that's going on, we'll order some better pushback, which I've now installed. There we are. So something like this, and something like that, and then something like that.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
I will. I'm ready.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Thanks. Doors in transit. Let's do the performance. Oh, it's just started raining, of course. So, performance calculation. It's a great add-on. It's got all of the features you need. So, load in the information from your load sheet. So, takeoff weight 304 tons. CG's in the correct position. You can enter your airport, Zulu Sierra Papa Delta. We're departing off runway 35 left. Full length. You can adjust the displacement if you wish, but we're going to go full length today. real world weather is synced in. QNH is 1013, thankfully. So that is the actual weather. 1013, 1013 set. Thankfully our default 3 times. And then there you go. It only presumes full power.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Which is 110 odd percent. I remember talking to Felis about this. There's no option at the moment because there is a selection here to reduce for us. Look, N1 decrease, select different ratings, but the performance calculator bases it off full power, which is fine. We'll do full power. And there we are. We can set the V speed bugs. If I set bugs, there you go. All the bugs are set. V1 130, VR1 49. So nearly 20 knot difference because it's a wet runway, and then we'll climb out at V2 163. Probably I'll add 10 knots to that, so if I say like 173, 180 knots maybe. Actually, I'm going to bug that manually. Oh no, sorry, set the V2, but I'll bug 180 once you're airborne. There we are, nose is getting lifted. Stab trim for 4.6 units. Why is my control column not
Welcome
working?
aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted.
I know.
Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
We'll go over to APU power now. Oops. Hold on. That's closed. That's closed. Is that going to make my trim work? What have I forgotten, guys? Why is my trim not working? Hydraulics, maybe. Yep. 4.6. 4.6 units, there we are, and then we need to turn off these 2 pumps. Perfect. Trims have to push back usually. Oh whoops, I'm in my 737 mode. So trims are set. Initial pitch attitude 15 degrees nose up, so we'll turn on the flight directors. Set it to 15 degrees. I'm hoping if I turn the flight director off, yeah, it does save it. I don't care about gyms. Okay, I think we're ready to go, guys. So, you know, we briefed the taxi. The SID is pretty straightforward. It's a straight line outbound on the 348, just till 8.9 DME, which you're going to read here on DME 1. Right turn, we'll use the RMI and Jim's HSI to fly inbound on the 084, and then we'll retune Hengsha on box 1, fly outbound 066. Happy days, and we're going to go straight up to our cruise level. Right, we just need to run our checklists, see what we've forgotten. Loads, probably. And then, before we do that, sorry, ground service. No, that's fine, we've got a sufficient quantity of everything. There we are, so we need to remove, disconnect GPU.
Cockpit to ground, disconnect ground power.
If I remember rightly, the ground guy screams at you, ground power disconnected. Where is he?
Ground power disconnected.
Oh no, last time he shouted, I swear, remove the chocks.
Cockpit to ground, remove the chokes.
Maybe it's this one he shouted. Where is he?
Alpaca Airways requested push a start gate.
Shocks removed.
Oh, last time he shouted, I swear. Anyway, let's run the before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Cockpit preparations.
See how much we've forgotten.
Complete.
Complete.
Complete. Oxygen mass and quantity. Checked.
Checked.
Checked. Flight control power switches. On. Body gears.
There's a few people that stand here. We've got a 7-4 there, which is pretty cool. I think I did see someone else push back.
Emergency lights. Armed. Cabin signs. On. Stall warning.
Awesome.
Checked.
God,
Normal.
Nightbot's going
Probe heat.
mad
On.
in chat today.
Window heat. On. Radios and altimeters.
Autoturbulence.
Set. Airspeed. Bugs set.
Bugs set.
Bug set. Engine limits. Set.
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 Well, manual F6, that's beyond
Brake
my pay
pressure.
grade.
Wait.
Pump on check. Parking brake set, so I think it wants me to turn off this pump, if I remember rightly. Oops. And that one. And then this one on.
Bump on and checked.
There we are, perfect.
Number 1 air pump.
Off.
Parking brakes.
Set.
No, electric pump on. Yeah, electric
Start
pump's on.
levers.
Cut off.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Galley power.
Let's see.
That comes off.
Off.
Fuel.
3, 7, 5, 8, 2 kilograms.
So
Set
that's
for
good.
start.
God, that AP's thirsty.
Pressurization.
Auto.
Pack valves.
1 open.
Air pumps.
Off.
Start pressure.
So all
4,
pumps off.
0
electric pumps
PSI.
Cargo doors.
All closed.
Before start checklist.
Not a single
Complete.
mistake. It's beautiful. Next after start. Right, we're ready to go. Oh, forgot to mention, new Sky's up and running. We're logging our flight details live, so cannot make any mistakes. It's going to rank my landing and everything. Full load of cargo on here. So, pack's off, anti-collision light is on, parking brake is set, transponder. We'll put that to here. There we are. Checks complete. Release parking brake.
Parking brake. Released.
Not bad, guys.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
In a 747-200 to be pushing back 34 minutes into the stream. Not bad going. There we are, guys. We've got the General Electric CF6s. And he talked about Felis back to get the other engines on. Right, engine sequence 4123. Starting engine number 4.
Starting engine 4.
Starter valve open.
There we are. N2. I've gone back to the traditional cylinder gauges. Prefer them much more than the horrible. What are they called? Needle. Not the needle
And
one.
to 10%.
Table one. Horrible. Right. Starting 4.
Fuel on.
Can't quite see it. Sunrise about an hour. Some climb. Your radio frequency is 118. Everyone's on 122.8. Oh yeah, perfect. Yes, I'll
Starter off.
I'll be using this as a taxi, of course. Alright, start off. Starting engine number 1. We've got stabilizers about 24% M1. That's looking good here. 400 and 260. All pressures here just about in the green. Ugh, starting engine number 1.
Starting engine 1.
Starter valve open.
Gabriel, thank you very much. You've just gifted 1 member. That's very generous of you. Welcome on board our Boa 25. You are invited to our members only Discord. I hope you enjoy the custom emojis in chat. Thank you very much. Steam gauges. No, I can't remember what these horrible needle things are called.
And to 10%.
Fuel on.
Starting engine number 1.
Light up.
Oh, look at the engine start. The gauges are so good. Ah, the night lighting in X-Plane is so awesome as well. Right, I better turn off the storm light here. Takes a while, but it does dim. Tape gauges. Thank you, Kimchi3, for putting the words in my mouth. There we are. Don't know why it's so delayed.
Starter off.
There we are. Much better. Starting engine number 2 next. It's going to be loud out there.
Starting engine 2.
Starter valve open.
Starting to rain now as well.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
And to 10%.
Fuel on.
Can't quite see it 'cause it's pitch black, but starting engine 2. It's just so cool. Cheers, Gary. Love the streams. This awesome aircraft XP12 is looking very good. Glad you're better today. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much for 22 months as a member as well, buddy. Really appreciated. It's looking good, and XP12 is running really well on my system. What FPS am I getting here? 60, hitting the maximum capped FPS. Which is great. What engine have I got left? Number 3.
Starting engine 3.
Starter valve open.
Let's turn down the dome lighting. Oh, it looks so good at night.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a
The
safe flight.
rocket out of the side as well. Hello,
And to
Henry.
10%.
Hope you're doing well. We're ordering TriStars, yeah. Any builds have one coming out, don't they? But I don't work with any builds directly anymore, so I'll have to wait patiently till release. Maybe if I asked very nicely. But then again, I asked nicely for some Manchester scenery and they didn't get back to me. Well, never mind. I uploaded a short of this aircraft the other day. It was so cool. Awesome. Right, 4 good starts by the looks of it. Let's do the before taxi flow. Wish me luck. Generators on. Oops. APU off. Bleed air closed. 1. All packs on, I think, now in the version. Auto. And the rest is all set here. Flaps to 10. It was flap 10 for departure, wasn't it?
Flaps 10.
After start checklist.
Ailerons
Yes.
and rudder trim. 0. Electrical.
Flight
No
controls.
lights, essential normal.
Hydraulics.
Auto and normal.
Doors.
Closed.
Ground equipment. Cleared.
No aft cargo heat on this one.
After start checklist.
But the galley
Complete.
power I forgot to turn on. There we have to start checklist complete. Right, we'll turn on the inboard and turn off lights. Do some unicomming. We'll get over to runway 35 left. Shanghai traffic, Alpaca 74 Foxtrot taxi into runway 35 left, departure to the east. Alright, there is an aft cargo heat. Right, parking brake set.
Parking brake. Release.
At release, just do a quick config check. There's a bit of lag here. That happens. This happens all the time at the moment. If I just turn it off and on again, it fixes it. There we are. Right, I've got to go outside for this, haven't we? Light reflecting on the concrete. Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. I'm nowhere near the taxi line. Right, someone mentioned the logo light should be on. Yeah, you're right. There you go. Logo light's on. Right, get back on the taxiway. Oh, it looks so good at night. So my ground speed here. We'll now run the before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
Uh oh.
Auto brake, takeoff.
There's aft cargo heat.
Arm.
Nacelle
go.
and the ice.
Off.
Flight and nav instruments.
Aligned. No flags.
Aligned. No flags.
Flaps.
Flaps 10. Green light.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Stabilizer trim.
4.4. Units.
Amazing.
Switch set. No lights.
Galley power.
On.
APU as required. Fuel set for takeoff. Air conditioning and pressurization set and auto. Annunciator lights checked.
Have you noticed I haven't made a single error in the checklist completion today? Alright, perfect. We've got a transponder to TARA. I'm just going to make these steps now when we line up. So TARA, ignition to flight start. Landing lights and strobes on. Let's have a little look here on VATSIM, make sure no one's lined up. Someone taxiing behind, that's fine. And no one on the approach. Weather here's not great, 2,000 metres light rain, scattered at 300, so a bit of a low cloud base, but can come back off a Cat 1. Landing lights will come on in a moment. Oh, the lights are all flickering, that looks a bit funky, doesn't it? And then we'll just do a little pre-takeoff brief as well. So we'll go first, go past the first set of yellow lights. I want to go full length here. So config I've checked, flaps 10 green lights. Stab trim is set for departure. Air conditioning and pressurization is all configured and set. The SID, Laman 01 Delta, straight outbound on the radial, 8.9 miles, right turns are 84. And climbing straight to our cruise level of 350. Reviewed. That's all good. Checks complete. Alright, landing lights on, strobes. Alpaca 74 Foxtrot taking off, runway 35 left. Alright, perfect. Weather radar on. Okay, here's the whole point. Just going to turn off the body gear steering after we've lined up. So high up here as well. Someone there race. Oh my gosh, who's that person racing to the to the runway? Alright, well, I've already announced my intentions to take off.
Alpaca 5, hold it short, runway 35 right.
Okay, he's holding short. Awesome. Malaysian Aviator, no errors in the checklist. Fully recovered, I know. Right, we're already announced our intentions to take off. Right, let's complete the checklist. Well, apart from the body gear steering.
TARA.
Ignition. Flight start. Landing lights and strobes. On. Body gear steering.
One moment.
Yes, alright. Oh, look at the textures in the road. This is a stock scenery, guys. Well, I've got X-Plane map enhancement on, but yeah, amazing. I overshot the centre line slightly, but we'll fix that out. Make sure the body gear steering centred. Alright, perfect. Let's go. Timing.
Before takeoff checklist. Complete.
Why is my elapsed timer not running? There we are. Here we go. Bit more. Bit more.
Stabilized.
There we are. Perfect. Set takeoff thrust.
Thrust set.
Perfect.
80 knots.
Release the forward pressure.
V1.
Adds off.
Rotate.
Up we go. Spectacular. Increase that back pressure.
Positive weight.
Perfect. Gears
Gear
coming up.
up.
Pitch up to about 15 degrees. We'll wait till about 180 knots. It's my flight director gone. I'm not sure about the bright
Gears
wingtip
up.
vortices, but fair enough. Amazing. Alright, so we're just flying past the rate VOR now, so what I'm going to do now is lower the nose. Just ignore the flight director and pitch. Oh gosh, I've got a million things to do here. I've also got to go to climb. So we're just waiting for that radial to come online. Flap 5.
Flaps 1.
Oh no, flap 1. Alright, flap 1's fine because I'm accelerating. So that radial's coming in really nicely now. Going to make a slight right turn, try not to descend. There's a bit of turbulence here. Accelerate to 250 knots now. Because the clean speed's about 250 knots. Whoa, keep climbing. Ugh.
Flaps up.
There's a bit of turbulence here, which doesn't help. I'm just going to turn off the flight rate. I'm not really following it, to be fair, at the moment. Don't descend. Don't descend. Hold it about 10 degrees, right, pitching up to 250 knots. Honestly, it's so hard. Alright, pitching up to maintain 250. Alright. I don't know, ever so slightly. Hold it about 10 degrees. Oh, there's lightning now. What's going on? Hand flying. Raw data. The 747-200 at night in thunderstorms. So, there we are. Oh, you can't see my chart. Oh, well, basically, we're going to climb straight ahead. Remember, until the DME is 8.9, then we'll make our turn to the right. Jeez. Right, let's go wings level here. Let's get back on that radial. So that's a nice attitude, about 10 degrees. We're doing 250 knots now. There we are, slight right turn. Mad techers the old boys had flying these aircraft in these conditions. Oh my goodness. I'll lower that nose slightly. Watch out, just let it shoot up a bit. That's about 240 knots, 245. Yeah, I've had enough. Command day. There we are. Flight director on. 8.9 DME. Heading select. Right turn. Heading 084. And we're going to go VS. Just for a second, just to get... Actually, no, I'm going to go to IS pitch hold. And that's going to pitch and climb up to 250 knots now. Oh, it's bumpy. So it's pitching for 250. Change over to 14.4. Course inbound 084. There we are. Just overshot the radial slightly. It's not by too much. It's about when I was putting the autopilot in. But looking at the RMI, looking at the chart, look. It's going to be a very short radius. So basically, I'm just going to fly direct to what the RMI, direct to the heading button, basically. Point to the needle. Oh crappy! I'm not on heading select. Oh yeah. It's on heading select. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely on heading select. It's just rolled wings level. Alright, perfect. So 2 miles. I'm not going to chase anything now. And look, it looks pretty good. So now we're going to get ready to fly outbound 066. Yeah, heading select's definitely engaged, look. It's turning right, left now. So 066, outbound radial is also 066. Better do the after takeoff checklist as well.
After takeoff checklist.
Ignition. Flight start. Cabin sights as required.
Standard set already.
Landing lights off. Landing gear.
Oh, finally out. Oh no.
10,000.
Up, no lights and off. Flaps. Up, no lights. Cargo door
So
and
328
lights
knots.
extinguished. APU bleeder switch. Close.
As a target.
APU shut down.
Vertical speed.
Isolation
Going to lower the
valves.
nose to
Both open.
800 feet per minute to accelerate
After
to that
takeoff
speed, so then we'll go
checklist.
back to IS
Complete.
holds. Oh yeah, outside, thanks. Pre-cruise checks then. Fuel burning. 3.2 tons burnt already. Outrageous. Fuel lights, logo. APU's off, pressurization. Diff pressure's 4 psi. Climbing set. So a little bit of turbulence, we won't release the belts. There we are, check's complete. You can hear the airflow increasing. Outcell, yeah, outcell's done. Outcell's green. There we are. Oh, that's a good job I left the belts on. We're in and out of cloud at the moment. It's bumpy. I have no idea what the best turbulence penetration speed is for the 747. Probably not 330 knots. On the way to the Death Star. Yeah, we just entered, exited hyperspace. Cool. Anyway, coming up to 328 knots. Boom. IS hold. Just going to pitch up now to maintain that speed. It's navigating really nicely though. Look at that. So when we get to Aldap, which is at 30.8 DME here, I'm going to go to INS and just route simply direct to Lamen, cut the corner. Alonso's bumping around in the aft cargo. Oh yeah, one thing I don't like, they need to change this, I think I need to have a chat about Felis, middle of the night look. And I've got all of this sort of, you know, as the air goes over the top of the wing, cools down and condenses, you wouldn't see this at this, you know, it's the middle of the night, pitch black. Quarter page, ran 290 knots indicates airspeed, no, we're doing 328. Ah, look, we're out the top of the cloud, and look, the sun's beginning to rise, guys. Right, seatbelts off now. No smoking off as well. It's 1970. Glide magic mist. Could well be X-plane, yeah. Oh, sorry, the turbulence penetration speed. Could well be. But we're out of it now. Gosh. It's reducing anyway. It looks a bit crap at the moment. So that's a weird strobe light effect. Gosh, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to set my weather radar on. All good. Oh yeah, there's some returns. Look, I think that's actually that's ground clutter. Oh yeah, look, there's some rain. Dead ahead. What a terrible weather radar. It doesn't have any colour. Right, coming to 30.8 DME now, which is the next turn, look. So we're going to go to INS now. So waypoint change. As soon as we're at 30.8, we'll go 01 insert. Perfect. 01 insert. INS. 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 Boom. Just gonna open the window off. It's getting quite hot in here. Oh, it's gonna be unbearable in the summer. Ah, there we are. I've talked love that. Where's the weather? Felis weather radar. Yes. Brilliant. There we are. It's going to be a beautiful flight. The timing of this flight is really nice. Local time. It's going to be completely bright by the time we land. In about an hour and a half's time. Flying towards the sun rising in the east. And Japan, of course, land of the rising sun. Awesome. Having store, that's good advice, thank you. I think we can still see some X-planes dodging clouds. Past at 20,000 feet anyway. Cruise Mach is at 0.85 in the flight plan. We're doing 0.70 now. Beautiful. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Especially it's 9 o'clock here in the evening in the UK, 10 o'clock in mainland Europe. It's great to see quite a few of you watching. Sunday would have been far better for most of you, especially in America. But it is what it is. I was really sick. I did not feel well at all. And it's very rare for me to get sick. It happens though. Cool. So we've cut the chorus alarming because this. Oh no, because of SimBrief had a different runway in use. I think runway 16 right, so that doesn't match up. But this SID is taking its alarm in now. And then we're going to continue the sector. Go here to the world map. What's the name of the stretch of the sea between China and Japan and south of Korea? Hotly contested. There we are. There's quite a few aircraft on VATSIM around here. Busy in Hong Kong. Jost, VOR approach. Jost, are you Jost the recorded engineer? We're doing an ILS, but we're doing a DME arc. Doing a DME arc today. So you can all cringe whilst I do the... it's going to be runway 36. There we are. We're going to come in via cards and do a DME arc onto ILS approach runway 36. I have done a DME arc onto a VOR approach though in the Felis 742. We did it into... was it Quito? Back at the bumps here, guys. Might need a little bit of engine anti-ice. See, a nice way in real life is when you're in cloud, when you're not sure, turn the lights on and it reflects on the cloud, but I don't think that's modelled in X-Plane. It used to be, but it used to be too bright. Anyway, yeah, let's swap the seatbelt sign back on, and we'll just pop on the engine anti-ice. Beautiful. Gulf of America. It's not called that. It does reflect the strobes. There, I just popped out on top. Oh, look at the sun rising as well. Don't see many sunrises when we stream X-Plane. Or any stream, that is. Bit of weather off to the left-hand side. 2A1 at 57. That's a nice tailwind already. It's going to build as we climb. Sea of Japan. Roger, we'll go with that. Steve Jenkins looks like warp speed is engaged. Oh yes, 0.77 already at 25,000 feet. Hi Kieran, what's the engine anti-ice required to operate at below sat -4 to get rid? Yeah, it's exactly the same as us in the climb and cruise, but in descent we turn it on regardless of temperature if you're in cloud low visibility. Hi Danny, do you use X-Plane map enhancement? Yes, I'm using it today. Stopped using Ortho probably a couple of months back. So this is my brand new PC, my second new PC from Chill Blast, and I've used X-Plane map enhancements. It's so much easier. I can just basically fire it up and don't have to worry about Ortho. And I have to say the quality for me, I don't have the premium version, it's absolutely fine. Looks really good. Well, you'll see when we get over to Japan, as we fly over the Sea of Japan now. Primary maps are Bing, Google as backup. Isomer Klein, can you explain how the Collins flight dynamics panel in the middle of the 737 console works? Is it fitted to all 73s? So the Collins was the old school original MCP fitted to the NG. They're all sort of the last generation NGs, pretty much from... Did I just see lightning coming from space? From sort of 2008 onwards, around that time they had the Honeywell MCP. So you don't see many now. Henry, a lot of pilots don't like early morning states, personally I enjoy it. Yeah, I prefer earlys over lates. I mean, it's too early this time, we took it for 4. You know, anything from 6 AM onwards. Hi Jamie. Evening. Do you have any problems with bumpy airports during the X-plane map enhancements? Sometimes I have to do some adjusting when using orphan tiles. So with X-plane map enhancements, I've not had to flatten any runways yet. I think you have to check, but every airport I've flown into with X-plane map enhancement, I've not touched anything apart from use X-plane map enhancement. Not in Beijing, not in where am I going to? Nagoya either. Oh, that explains ridiculously silly lightning. They had this weather sort of tied down nicely, but I don't understand where it's getting lightning from, because I mean there's some weather there, but it's not. There's nothing on the SIG weather chart about any lightning. It's just misinterpreted that. So that's just stratus rain. It's misreading something. I mean, it's very Meta. Where's the nearest airport? There's no thunderstorms forecast in Shanghai. Not sure. It's always been a bit funky. Oh, how do I turn it off altogether? I think you have to have one, don't you? There we are. Are the crossfeeds on? Are you meant to open the crossfeed valves, Avtok? I've never done that before. They're all closed, apart from tank, these two tanks. All I ever do is leave it like this. If I've got fuel in the centre tank, turn that on. When it's empty, turn it off. But that's only on really long sectors. And then top of descent, open the reserve fuel tank, so all the tanks have the same amount of fuel. But yeah, I think if I've got more fuel in the centre tank, I'd have the crossfeed valve open, of course. You want to get all the weight out the centre tank first. Yeah, it is trimming quite a bit. That is the trim clicker. Whether that's too much or too little, I don't know. Simplify. No lightning in 2024? Oh no, you do get lightning in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I've seen it. You definitely do. We need to keep an eye on our speed. Look, we're almost at Mach 0.85, which is our cruise Mach number. So we'll convert to Mach and then we'll climb rest of the way to 35,000 feet at Mach 0.85. After you had a horrible experience where you left crossfeeds off and wing tanks got too low. Not only are you going to have the hydraulic pumps caught by the fuel and those overheating, you're going to put a lot of stress on the wing roots as well because of all of that weight in the centre being lifted by the wings. Mach 0.85 has been achieved, so we'll switch to pitch to Mach number now. There we are. I think the live weather in 2024 has been okay. It's had its little. No sim is perfect, but generally speaking, I think that its interpretation of METARs is pretty good. It's not perfect, but they're both very clever, very good. I think when there's no METARs, it sort of takes an average, sort of what's closest around you, and it's not always that great. Seatbelts off. Well, there's the wing view, the sunrise. So that's lightning that you can see on the engines there. It's just, why is there lightning coming from non-existent clouds? HMS, ever flown in a classic jumbo? No. Don't think so. Certainly would have been a young man if I did. I've flown as TriStar MD-11. struggling with that last year, but we're very heavy for 35,000 feet, don't forget. We took off at about 305 tons. Landing weight's going to be about 280. There she goes. Is that a flyby? Harry, you flew the 200. Did you? Who was that for? That must have been some obscure outfit. Amazing. Two tons. I have heard about sprites before. Yes, aren't they lightning that does actually jump between clouds or above clouds? Maybe. Felis, what is this aircraft version for? I fixed the MCP pitch mode background. I've also noticed a bit blurry texture on the auto throttle. We are in Felis 112 Foxtrot. I think it's your latest beta. Ravy B UK, where we're flying to. We are simulating a flight between Shanghai and Nagoya in Tokyo. Suzuka is over here, the race circuit, and this is where they fly into to drop off all the Formula 1 teams, parts, components, etc, etc. So we're sort of simulating a positioning flight. The total flight's on 1 hour 45 minutes, airborne for 23, so we should be on the ground in about an hour and 20 minutes. So 10:30 Zulu, 22:30 Zulu touchdown time. I am going to look, guys, at potentially getting an overlay. I used to have an overlay for years and years and years, but it was abandoned from the developer, and I didn't really want to have FSUI PC, XPUI PC running, especially with X-Plane's latest betas having loads of compatibility issues, I think. And in Microsoft Flight Sim, I didn't use FSI. I only use FSUI PC for the overlay. So I might look and see if there's any other options, but we'll see. Flew Transaero from Antalya to Moscow. Wow. Hi Mick, back in the big beautiful cargo plane. We are, sir. Hope you're doing well. 2 tons, yeah, it is X-Plane being X-Plane, but I know you only used X-Plane. Finish yet? M1 EPR is fixed already. Just force update on Skunk, and after the stream, of course. Yeah, I won't do that now. Oh right, I thought I did that. I thought I was running the latest version. Is this an outdated version, buddy? Sorry, I should have double checked that.
To level off.
Kodamar, never fully grasped why the change from indicated to airspeed to Mach happens. Is there an easy way to understand it? Yes. So, indicated airspeed at sea level, let's say for all intents and purposes, it's not including wind speed in this calculation yet, ground speed, but indicated airspeed and true speed, airspeed at sea level is about the same. Alright, just for this example. As you climb, the air becomes less dense. So if you fly a fixed indicated airspeed, your true airspeed and your Mach number, which is your speed in relation to speed of sound, it increases. Now your Mach number is controlled properly. Temperature changes will adjust your Mach quite quickly. But as you fly a fixed indicated airspeed, we flew 328 knots in the climb. As we fly that fixed airspeed, your Mach number increases because the air's getting less dense, your true airspeed's increasing as well. So just basically maintain a... why are we climbing? Hold on. I think that was a little X-Plane live weather update there. So as you climb with a fixed indicated airspeed, your Mach number is increasing. So just fly up at 270, 280 knots and monitor your Mach number. As soon as you fly or reach your cruise Mach number... Oh, hold on, I know why. Don't forget to go to Mach hold. Alright, we'll fly Mach 0.86. Change the auto throttle to Mach now. I had the auto throttle still set to M1. So yeah, just basically fly a fixed indicated airspeed until you fly your desired Mach number. Hello Michael, any tutorials for Microsoft Flight Sim? I'd love to learn from you. Both XP11 and Microsoft Flight Sim 24, best place to start. I mean, my tutorials are always been designed for the sort of more advanced stage of sort of flying the 737. You know, you've installed the aircraft, you can start the engines, etc., but how to actually operate the aircraft as realistically as possible. I've said for months that I would update a number of videos, I just haven't got around to it. Welcome to being a father. Yeah, you know, have a look at my full flight tutorials. I've got some which I've done this in the last 6 months on the PMDG 737 and the iFly 737 Max, which you might find useful. A lot of my other video tutorials are really old, but they're still very valid. Nothing's changed how to fly a 737. I mean, that aircraft is the NG first flew 25 years ago, over 25 years ago now. So yeah, I'll have to look at that. We must have a good tailwind. Look at this, Mach 8.5 doing 606 knots ground speed. What's the wind doing? Yeah, look at that, 279, 100 knots. And a 100 knot tailwind here. We are zipping along, guys. Sun's really beginning to rise now. Approaching Ideko. We'll do a fuel and time check here. I think the waypoint's just sequenced now. Yeah, look, we've just started the turn though. So let's just check the operational flight plan here. Well, so it should be 27 minutes into the flight. We're 28. We should have 27.4 tons of fuel. We've got 28, sorry. So we've saved about, what's that, 650 kilos? Not much in the 7.4, and we should have burnt 9.8 tons of fuel. So what's that, 2.4 times 4, that'll do. 4.8, 9.6. So we've had about 200 kilos on the burn, about 500. So the fuel plan's very accurate. Anyway, there we are. Nicely settled in the cruise. See all these people on that sim. A350, where's he going to? IKSI? Where's that? Seoul, isn't it? To Shanghai, maybe? All these people on that sim. Very quiet this part of the world, but look at Europe. Boof. Europe and North America. Is there anyone flying through Iran on that sim? Oh yeah, plenty. Oh no, Saudi. Poor geography. Yeah, someone is, look. Going from somewhere to Dubai. So from where's UBB? I don't know. There we are. Yeah, I knew someone was going to do that. Cheers, 2 tons, brilliant. Yeah, great. Is it Baku? There she is. Sun's coming up fast. Oh yeah, flying eastbound towards the rising sun. It doesn't take long. Look at that. Thankfully you're not directing the airstrikes. That is true. Well. Thanks for your subscription, Marco. Welcome aboard, buddy. Good day to you. Superb. Yeah, a little less bloom. Yeah, it is a bit bright. Oh, come on. MG11 landings are great. Aren't they? I think the last stream was a little bouncy. Look at that. Well, hopefully the cloud will clear as we fly eastbound, approaching Japanese airspace soon. Oh, I just love the cameras in Expo. Well, back to work tomorrow, guys. No standbys. Potentially, well, no, not really anything actually. Because at the times I'm quite late in the sim. Captain Zebedee. Then for backup, look, we can tune up Fuerteventura VR. Fuku 15.8. Why not? I already got the DME for it. Oh, Steve, that's the beauty of X-Plane map enhancement. Yeah, I don't need to worry about any of that anymore. God, I'm going fast as well. I'm going to probably burn more fuel because we're meant to be at 0.85, but I'm doing about 0.86 here. MMO's about, is it 8.8? Yeah, it's fast, 7.4. With this ground speed, yeah, 596 knots, that's quick. Now, I wonder what the flight time is in the opposite direction. It's going to be 2 hours, isn't it? Have you looked into DME updates having stored? Pretty easy in the LT and a bit more complicated here. I've tried it once in the INS, but I think it was Jost or someone mentioned that, oh gosh, live weather update, look. They mentioned that they never did in the real aircraft 742 because as soon as they got over land, live weather, look. What is it doing? By the time they got over land, they just used conventional navigation, so they never used DME updating. Kieran, as tier I operator, do you cover any additional sims like enhanced recency? Yeah, I do all sorts. As tier E, I cover all the training sessions. LTC training as well, I do now. Oh, come on, X-Plane. What is going on with the live weather at X-Plane? What? It's having havoc on the autopilot as it pitches for the... What is it? What? Is this normal? I haven't seen this didn't happen on our group flight. What is going on? Is this normal in X-Plane at the moment? Right. Well, that's constantly changing. Is that because I'm sort of flying? Maybe the Chinese have developed some sort of ability to change air pressure. It's barrow jumps, reading separate stations at the same time. Unsure what they're going to do to address that. Right. I've never seen that before, ever. I did a test sector in this and it didn't do it once. Oh, it only started a couple of minutes ago. They're drabbing the steam gauges. There we are. Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? Kieran, how do you find line training, Captain, with no pause button? It's fine. You adapt to the situation. I mean, if you were to have someone that was really struggling, ultimately you operate the aircraft single pilot, but I've never had that situation. The level of standard in the simulator before they get into line training is very good. Obviously, you know, certain situations there's an increased element of workloads, but you just follow the rules, you know. Do you have a checklist? You have a checklist. You know, obviously a little bit slow to start with the guys, but you know, give them the time they need. They will succeed. And all the single pilot flying I do in the sim probably helps a little bit. It seems to have stabilised now anyway. Pressure changes. So we're climbing China, don't they fly in meters? But when you leave airspace you need to do something in your aircraft to change it to feet. I mean, on this aircraft there's no meter gauge, so you just have to convert it. But in most Western aircraft, on the displays you can select meters, and you just simply convert those and just set the height and feet for the meter conversion. HMS Daring 1 as a theory, can you choose how much time you want to do the flying with the sim? Oh, yeah, I wish. No, it's contractually 3 weeks of the sim, 1 week flying, but it's a real mix, which is absolutely fine. I enjoy the flying a lot more now I'm in the sim. So I just had my flying week last block, and they called me off standby for a couple of sims. It was 2 standbys. No, they took me off one of the flying duties, so I did a line check as well, which I mentioned in the group flight. Hi Byron, sorry Byron, Brian Crossman, glad you recovered from the lurgy. Oh, then some. Can you explain what the via cards 1% of GS means on your cheat sheet fakes? Yes, absolutely. I'll show you on this as well. So this is the same thing I use in real life when I go flying 7.3. I have a little cheat sheet, and this fits under the PFD on the real 737. It's sort of like 4 pages. So I wrote here via cards 1% of ground speed. So today we're going to fly DME ARC. Okay. So cards is here. Is the it's not. Is it initial? Yeah, it's not initial approach fix per se, but it's where our routing joins. So we're flying this airway from, if I go to high IFR charts, from Natch to cards. There's no airway per se, but it's how you get to cards. And when we get to cards, we're approaching the DME ARC, which you're gonna have fun watching me fly today. 33 miles, and then the DME ARC is at 21. The best way to calculate when to start your turn onto DME ARC is a rule of thumb, which is take 1% of your ground speed. So if your ground speed is 300 knots by the time you're approaching your 21 mile arc, you start your turn 3 miles from the arc. So 24 miles, I'll start the turn. If I was doing 250 knots ground speed, I'd do it 2.5 miles, etc., etc. So it's just a little reminder. Can't see my charts. Did I not bring them up? Did I not? Oh, I thought I brought them up. Sorry. There we are. So there's cards. Cards is the sort of waypoint inbound to hold, minimum hold altitude 8,000. So we're going to aim to be at 8,000 feet at cards. DME arc here, because it intercept the DME arc, so you can obviously intercept the DME arc in loads of different directions, like from trike, slide, swing. Yes! Look at this, I've just realised. Swing, slide, trike, these are all sort of like things. Just came up, yeah, sorry, I thought I pressed the button to bring it up, but it didn't work. So cards, I love that, I only just realised. So yeah, 21 DME arc with intercept. Take 1% of your ground speed to work out when to start your 90-degree turn onto the arc. So if you're doing 300 knots, here comes the sun rising there. If you're doing 300 knots, 3 miles, 1% 303, 24 miles start your turn. 250 knots, 2.5 DME from 21, so 23.5. Asian Aviator, if you don't mind, can you make a community post about your cheat sheets? I've got it posted. Oh no, it's in the members only Discord. Yeah, I can look into doing that. Look at that. The sun is rising over Japan. And look at that, just as we approach the Japanese coastline. Look at that. Stunning. Who needs VNAV anyway? Yeah, it's all... Yeah, AvTOC, 91 miles till decel. You've worked it out as well. Already worked that out. Very good. Call it 90 for cash. 81 miles to get to 80,000 feet, plus 10 miles decel 91. Very, very good. As a Jow pilot, you can see it from your high-rise apartment in Ginza. Oh yeah, I was to turn my yoke cam on now. You can see the sun creeping through my shutters. You're welcome, Brian Crossman. Sorry I didn't show the charts initially, but there you go. That's what you get for being a professional streamer. Look at that. Look at that. There's not many streams I've done where the sun is rising. Live time, live weather. Look at that. Kieran, do you ever do a DME arc in General Aviation? He says... Turn that down here slightly. I remember taking so much longer than you think because of your low ground speed. I think I've never actually flown it in the real aircraft in our building or at any point in my R. It'd be really mean for you to do it on your IR, but you're expected to do it. But no, never flew it. But yeah, if you're doing 100 knots, it's going to take ages to go around the arc, especially if it's over 10 miles away. Look at that. Light bar, forgot to turn that tyre off. You joined the A340 stream I did last stream. Hold on. Where's night bar? I forgot to disable that. So, that one. I can sort that out. How do I fix that? Commands. No, there we are. Turned off. I love how Listermin is checking if I actually updated the other things. My moderators are horrible. Brilliant. But I need to look at these timers. Because sometimes it does nothing, and then it all comes out all of them at once. Oh dear! Look at that. What a view! Your lots of diligence. Yeah, look, still loads working. Look, it works. All good. Stunning. That's great. Lighting's very good with clouds. That's what it looks like in real life. Did I leave the engine? Yeah, I did turn off the engine. That was close. Anyway, 45 minutes into flight. Soon be halfway. Nice day for you, Sid. Do we have a second part of Alarming International Airlines? It's still being made. It's 5 years later. Tower Sim. That could be a laugh. I've just noticed something, and this is quite a significant issue. If you look straight ahead, it looks like the clouds aren't moving with the weather. So what's the wind right now? 281 at 96. So the wind's coming from this direction here. We're in that, you know, we're just above this cloud, but if you look, we're tracking above the clouds in this direction. That shouldn't be happening. We're moving with the clouds. Look. If you zoom ahead, look how they're moving from right to left, like this. That's a huge bug. We're not, you know, you should be travelling like it's a straight line because the clouds are moving with the wind. That's a big issue. I thought that was always. Does that make sense, guys? It looks like we're drifting against the wind. Press C, good thinking. They're not moving, the clouds are static. Oh no, they are moving, but really slowly. But certainly not at the same rate we're moving. Anyway, we've just passed the Fuer VOR, look, needles of swang. Let's just see that. I'll look down. Now they're moving much. No, they're static. Yeah, they're not moving at all. They're completely static. Is that the wrong direction? No, I think it's moving this way, but the clouds aren't moving. They should be moving with the wind. That needs fixing ASAP. I was just looking at the window and it looked really weird. So something's a bit wrong with live weather in the sim at the moment. God, I love the sun piercing through the window. That's really... They've got that bit right. How horribly bright it is. Anyway, 177 miles for next INS waypoint. My favourite page for this is distance time. So 18 minutes to Donar. Hopefully the cloud will clear up. Just get a little ace weather at Nagoya. Chubub Centre. Oh gosh, all the clouds have just simply disappeared. Cavo K 5 degrees, 1020, so we should be clearing up nicely. So yeah, definitely landing on runway 36 this morning. Well, I'll say 040 at 2. Yeah, I'll plan for runway 36, straight in-ish. But we'll do the DME arc anyway. So I can hide some of these charts. Just selecting them all before the start of the stream. Deselect. Deselect. Perfect. We'll brief it all in about 15-20 minutes anyway. Now the clouds have just come back in again. It's just probably reading the metals. Oh gosh, contrail down there. Looking very funky. And the bloke's at 30,000 feet. Roger. TCAS. Yeah, if he's much lower than me, you won't see him. I think there he is. Look. Oh, which icon am I? Is he the blue diamond or is he the aircraft symbol? Are you using any visual add-ons to the clouds? That's stock XP12. I'm a believer of running as few plugins and add-ons as possible. I just have the bare essentials. He's a diamond, Roger. Oh, this is very zen. Perfect. This time next week I'll be in the middle of my shift. This time next week, this time tomorrow. Look at that. General Electric engines. Diamond Roger. I was saying Roger to the diamond on the TCAS display, not your mate down the bum. Cool. Oh, another live weather update. Whee! Max Beckett, this is the B2 volume control, which is great. You know, control the sounds directly without going into the menu. You need the Flyer Lure plugin. It's a script. That and the only ones I use is that and the landing rate calculator. Actually, how do I select Pratt & Whitney? Well, I don't want to do it in flight, but you can do that in the table, can't you? The tablet. Swim climb, you're flying around a mega cloud storm at Juju Island. Ah, be careful. A bit of turbulence here. At least the altimeter stops jumping around. It's only possible with the other aircraft, not through the FB. Okay, Roger. Ah, cool. The General Electrics they sound good. But I think the Pratt & Whitney's got a certain buzz to them. This is only the third, fourth sector I've done in the cargo variant? Third, I think. Yeah, France. Some US carrier in Canada we did, didn't we? From Vancouver. That was just after release, I think. And then this one now. First Alpaca cargo logistics sector. Fully loaded. Awesome. God, look at that sun rising. Still got that thing for the sunglasses. Shift S. Oh yeah, there we are. Actually, that's actually improved things, I think, a little bit. There we are. That looks wicked, doesn't it? So I have to make sure I take the sunglasses off in a bit. Turn it off. Can I see Japan? No. Just flying over now. Look. There's Cav OK in Nagoya this morning, so hopefully we'll see it. Make sure they're not polarised. Yes. Awesome. So when we get to Donar, we're roughly 100 miles from top of descent, so that's in 12 minutes. We'll start setting up then. Cheetahs, my guess with Barrow is that when the fringes of airport station coverage, like VOR service volumes, sim jumps back and forth between them. Yeah, it looks like that, but it needs to make it like a smoother transition between the differences in QNH. Love that sort of smooth transition. What on earth is that? It's a Minecraft server below us. Oh look, there's a bit of Japan. There we are. Explain map enhancement. Golf course down there. Oh, we're flying over. Oh, Kumamoto. There we go. Oh, must have been another meta change. Steam Jenkins, every time I try to use GSX, it messes up a departure. Truly an awful application. Even the way it updates itself, poppins. Tell me there's hope. I have a bit of a sort of, you know, hot-cold relationship with GSX. Generally, it works quite well, and since they introduced that map add-on where you can control your own pushbacks, I've not had too many issues, but yeah. The update system and that third-party utility is a bit cumbersome. I'm just throwing a curveball, having started. I'm struggling with our Japanese pronunciation on purpose, so people don't actually realise I operate here. Oh yes, listen to me, I agree. I hope I do anyway. Anyway, Donar. 9.5 minutes. The aircraft has performed flawlessly on this sector. She now wants to be on out hold now. There we are. I don't think that'll make any difference to the differing altitude, but anyway. Martin, X-Plane visuals getting good. Find a way to do photogrammetry. It'll be perfect. To be fair, X-Plane, you know, it's dead easy to use. No example can be given right now, but Turk also hates GSX, stopped using it over a year ago now. I mean, I like it for the immersion of boarding. I find it quite... it's a bit of a quirky, but I quite like it. And the pushback and whatnot. It's like an app designed for Windows 3. It's been essentially ported, hasn't it, from FSX. I've not had any interaction with the owner, but I hear he's a bit stubborn in his forums. It's never GSX's fault, it's always the user's fault. But I've never had any interaction. I purchased GSX myself. Got to do that iconic wing view. There we are. Stunning. Beautiful. If I was to have any feedback on the livery having store, I prefer the engine nacelles being clean without the flight data sim swooshing aircraft logo. That's me being fussy, that's all. The actual livery itself is awesome. Reticent simmer. When's it releasing? What's that? This aircraft's out now. It's been out for months. You're just flying it for fun. I assume that's what you're asking. Turcoberto is never wrong and never at fault for anything. Oh, is he the GSX man? Yes. Is she run for office? No. Sometimes you do have to put your hand up and sometimes realise that things... you have made a mistake or anything like that. That's a very good human quality to have. Modesty as well. Which I feel I have sometimes. Apart from, you know, streaming every aircraft possible, I have... I'm never modest, you know, I'm perfect. The perfect virtual pilot. Joke, of course. Anyway, welcome to Japan. Donut en route, then we'll make a left turn to Derby, and I can't remember who it was, someone already worked out the exact point I start and sent as well, 91 miles from Cards. Modesty, he says. Jamie, I hope you're doing well. Good evening. Are you tempted by the new Lego Pan Am DC3 they recently released? Could make a good stream build. That would be great. I do still have... let me just turn over the Yoga cam here. Ignore the state of my office as well. It's a bit of a mess behind here. I still need to pack away my old PC. Can you see that? The bottom left? There's my old PC. Look, ready to be retired. Let's go in that box. We're having I need an extension on the attic, but look, it's my Saturn V rocket. I still need to build, and I've got an RC aeroplane above which I've not flown in ages. So I need to build that. But Lego DC3, that sounds quite cool. I'll have to look at that. Just reset Yoga cam. There we go. Oh, here comes the barrow jumps. I didn't have any of this on my test sector, honestly. I flew from A to B. I mean, I wasn't always here, to be fair, but I didn't do anything on the times I was sat here. How long has that Saturn V been sat in that box? 4 or 5 years. What a during lockdown. It's, I don't have time for that now. Maybe new VR to tune? Yes. I mean, I'm not using VR navigation, so just sort of like you would over the ocean. But what have we got here? There's not a single VOR to tune en route, so what I'll do is just basically tune the VOR for the approach. Chibu 17.8, which we'll use for the DME arc. I'll actually tune the ILS on box 2. There we are. So it won't be in range for a while, but there you go. Since the other building, yeah, I've moved house. And this is the third building I've lived in since I ordered that rocket. Fuel balance checklist, but yeah, we'll do that at next waypoint. You can't really do it en route, it's impossible. So next waypoint, we'll do that at Donar in 3.5 minutes. Resident Sim at 2K, streaming at 2K, playing at 2K. More houses at stages of that rocket. I'm not planning on moving it again. And not for the foreseeable. I like my house. Look at that. Remember, it started the stream, it's pitch black. Live time, live weather. Beautiful. Still, I don't think the sun's actually risen on the ground yet, so you can see how dark it is. Steve, yes, I should build it when we eventually return to the moon. Well, aren't America next month meant to be doing Artemis 2? Or has it been postponed? I wonder who'll get there first, Chinese or the Americans. Well, the Americans want to use Elon Musk's rocket moon launcher, but I mean, I love watching the Starship rockets take off. They're actually going to work. They're actually going to put people on that. Yeah, Lee Russell, you're right. We'll keep it very much to NASA only. Rocket space exploration. Victor Mushtin, thank you very much for your continued support as a member, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Very good evening to you. Anyway, approaching Donar. This is where I said I'd start setting up for the approach. They're in a minute, so we might as well do the fuel and time checks now. As insisted by my moderator, list him in Donar. 1 hour 5 minutes, 1 hour 4 makes perfect sense. We should have 20 tons of fuel, 19.9, 20.7. Look at that. I'm a hero. Saved 800 kilos of fuel. And we should have burned 20 tons of, 19 tons of fuel. What's my fuel used? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 tons. Oh no, wrong one. 17.3. Yeah, 17 tons. Looks good. Yeah, round trip to the moon. Yeah, I was aware. Yeah, aware. It's just it's meant to be the furthest humans have ever gone from Earth, isn't it? But yeah, just a little mirror of Armistice 1, but with humans on board. Awesome. Dinky Doo, you actually saw the shuttle takeoff. It was awe-inspiring. Dinky Doo, amazing. And Dinky Doo, thank you so much for being a member for such a long time. I haven't seen your name pop up that often at all. Cheers, buddy. Artemis 4 meant to be 28, so planned 2030. I don't think it will be this decade, will it? No. Right then, so let's start setting up for this approach. So someone asked in chat how to calculate top of descent. Well, basically, I'm not too fussed about CDAs, but I'm going to aim to be at cards at around, let's call it 10,000 feet, because then I still have another 10, 20, 40 miles to go. So 4, 8, 12, 12,000 feet, 10,000 feet at cards. So keep the math simple. So I want to be at 10,000 feet at cards, and we're at 35,000 feet, so I need to lose 25,000 feet to be level by cards. That's where I'm going to terminate it. So we just need to do some mathematics. If I want to be 10,000 feet at cards, lose 25 miles, so 75 miles from cards, I'm going to start my descent. So we can do 75 minus 17, which is Natch. So 58 miles from Natch, we want to start our descent. Plus slow down. So 58. Oh, look at that. 65. It's good enough. It's close enough. Should we call top of descent at Verdi? Honestly, it's this rough ready sort of mathematics you can do, and that'll be good enough. You can use speed brake if you're a little bit too high. If you're a little bit low, just use VS to burn it off. Plus the tailwind. So look, Verdi will do for top of descent. So you don't have to be as precise with it if you need to. You can be if you wish, but it'll work nicely. I calculated on the pre-flight stream, it was 10 miles before Verdi to be at 8,000 feet, but trust me, it will work, and we'll monitor it as we approach Natch cards. So Verdi top of descent, that means we have 60 miles to run to Tarby plus 50, so 110 miles till top of descent. So Verdi will work out nicely. So what we'll do is start our descent at Verdi. What's our current indicated airspeed? 300 knots. We'll send it 300 knots, that will do. We'll go Verdi, Natch, and we'll go to conventional navigation at Natch. So if we look here, inbound course from Natch to Cards, if I overlay this on our route, there you go, perfect overlay. Get rid of this. It's 045, so I'm going to set the course here to 045. Might as well preset the heading to 045, not going to use it initially. And what we're going to do is carry on from Natch to Cards. When we're 33 DME from Cebu, we know we're at Cards, and then we're going to continue inbound. And as we discussed earlier, take 1% of your ground speed to work out when to start the turn onto the DME arc. That'll be a 90-degree turn. So 1% of ground speed, take that, add that to the DME arc distance, start the right turn 90 degrees. So 045, our initial turn will be 135 degrees. 135, and we'll use the infamous turn 10, twist 10 technique. So initial heading will be 135, 125, 115. Keep going until we intercept the 184 radial. So the 184 radial, 90 degrees off that, it's going to be 094, and then at 094 make the left turn onto a heading of 357 to probe, and then probe will intercept a 15.7 DME, and that's on the extended centre line for the ILS approach runway 36. So frequencies, courses, I mean, I can tune as I have done earlier the ILS on box 2 already. The courses I'll need to adjust as we fly the arc, but initially these are what these are the courses I want. I mean, I can set that to 357 now, but I'll be using primarily the RMI to navigate turn 10, twist 10. Frequencies, courses, minimums. So Cat 1, not doing any autoland stay, 215 feet. So I can put a little marker here, 215 feet. I'll set the radio altitude to 200. Wouldn't usually set a radio altimeter, but that's sort of the minimums call-outs based off of the aircraft. RVR requirements 550 metres with full lighting. MSA, not really an issue. Descent profile-wise, 10,000 feet over Cards. We can then step down to 6,000 feet prior to the DME arc, 5,000 feet. We can aim to be at around 4,000 feet turning final. That'll put us nicely below the glide slope. Even 6,000 feet is going to work out nicely, 'cause it's about 20 miles, isn't it? 20 miles, 6,000 feet at this point before starting the turn. Great, so 10 to 4, just do a nice 1,000 feet per minute rate of descent. I do not care about CTAs in this plane. Missed approach, all conventional as well, climb to 500 feet, left turn 180 degrees, 357 to 166, slightly more. And then on that heading we'll intercept the 211 outbound. It'll intercept a new arc, 16.4 diameter, takes us to the probe initial fix. Straight on to another approach. Now we didn't take any additional fuel today. Our alternate's Osaka, 14.5 tons needed. There it is. We'll assess the fuel to go around. We should have saved a little bit of fuel plus contingency, so enough for maybe a quick decision to commit or divert to Osaka. Landing performance wise, we'll do now. We will have a 3,500 metre runway landing performance then. So enter airport, and now goes Romeo Juliet Golf Golf, landing on runway 36. So read sim weather. Yeah, I think that's fetched it. Runway conditions right, runway heading is all good. Read from load sheet, landing weight 283 tons. It should update that. Yeah, that is the correct weight because I take away it's 303. These are our speeds. Look at that clean speed, 250 knots. So ridiculous. So I'll probably fly the arc at 250 knots. I mean, I'm 20 miles out. Why not? And then we'll slow down on the arc. VREF 1.5. Look at the speed stay very fast. So look, if I press the set bugs now, look. Boom. Updates all the speeds for you. Just make sure you update. Oh no, it's still set to 294. That's fine. Reverses all auto. Auto brake. So all the distances work. Minimum, medium, maximum. 2753. I'm just going to auto brake minimum. Use reverse thrust, take the first convenient right, and if I remember rightly, the cargo apron will be quite a short taxi for us. Main passenger terminals here, yeah, these are all cargo aprons. So we'll take Alpha 7, Alpha 8 if someone's right up my chuff on final, Alpha 6. There we are. We're done. There isn't a huge amount to set up, which is not much you can configure. So, as mentioned and discussed, we'll start our descent right at... there's another one of... They've got so many airports built on reclaimed land, haven't they? At Verdi, or just 10 miles before Verdi or so. There we are. Yeah, the reason I said 10 miles from Verdi, what's the wind still doing? Yeah, 60 knot tailwind, so definitely want to start a little sooner. There we go! Ooh! Japan! Jumped out my plane. You see the textures look crap from here, but if you're at this sort of altitude, not zoomed in, looks great. Briefing's complete. Resident Sim, can you start a poll about X-Plane v Microsoft Flight Sim? No. It's a common debate. I love both of them, so I wouldn't know what to vote for. Yes, listen, but it will sound something like that. Ruben, the LTN-92 can show your track miles to any sequence waypoint from your present position. Stop convincing me. We had a brief chat on Discord before the stream. The LTN GPS scares me. Anyway, we've just picked up the DME from the VOR look. It's Nagoya. And top of descent's 50 miles away, guys. 6 minutes. Oh no, no, sorry, that's now wind. 5 minutes. Close enough. Sorry, LTN's not GPS or whatever it is. I'm not using it. It's scary. Inertial base is it. I have considered it. It's just getting it set up and organised. I have such little free time now. Work's busy. I'm a dad, husband, friends, family. Very little free time. Planning streams is tough enough. I need to try and organise something in with the what do we call it? Oh, I also got an email from FS Elite today. I need to get back to them. I won't read it in full. I'm a possible winner of a Flight Sim award. Action required for Flight Sim weekend. It says, I knew about this. Congratulations, you've been nominated for a Flight Sim award. You could be taking home one of our amazing awards. But they've asked, FS Elite have asked for my airframe attending. Well, I'm happy to do that, but they want me to record a video of an acceptance speech if I am the winner. But they also want my name and shipping details. I'm not too happy about sending my address to get a physical award. Anyway, if you want to vote for me for this award, you can do. Prize is a flying lesson. Has any of the mods got this link to this award? You can vote for me, and I've been nominated. I've been nominated for an award. It's I think it's a content creator reward. 2 tons, yes, we have PO boxes, and I might get one set up to get random stuff sent to me, but it's quite expensive. I did look into it some time ago, but you're quite right. I'd like to thank everyone in the entire world. Subscribe. 2.5 minutes till top of the descent. Look at that, beautiful view. Mark Scott's most kind. Oh, voting's now closed. Oh, okay. I wonder if I came first. I doubt it. I've not. I need to reply to this email. That's most kind of you to say, Mark Scott, of course. But my wife is very understanding and knows how much I love doing the streams on the side. And bless her, when I wasn't very well, she's like, "Oh no, the poor subscribers! You said you were going to stream. You need to." She checks my streams to make sure I've updated them because I hadn't pushed the time back for the first stream on Sunday. Just checking them, said, "Sam, you need to push them back." I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks." Yeah, I know exactly, Steve. So giving out all your personal details to a random email is a little worrying. Exactly. So I will reply, and I say, look, I'm not too hot. You know, I don't know who you are and whatnot. Well, I know what FSE Elite is, but I don't want to send my full name and address to this magazine. First name flight deck, last name 2sim. Right, look, 10 miles I said from Verdi. We're going to start our descent. Here we go, guys. So look, the minimum en route altitude. Let's have a little look here. I can always use speed brake if I delay it slightly. There's the minimum. Doesn't show. Anyway, look, grid more 8.6. Let's go to 9,000 feet. Actually, I don't know what the transition level is here, but 9,000 feet. Set. Go to indicated airspeed, which will disconnect the auto throttle. That's fine. And we'll slowly reduce the thrust to idle. That's how they did it. Oh boy, don't do it. No, I won't. I'll email back. Thank you so much for saying I've been nominated for the reward, but if I am the winner, we'll discuss further over a phone call. Awesome. Probably Michael, yes, but I don't have any local shops I could get it sent to, really. Down we go anyway, top of descent, inbound to Natch. So we can sort of work out Natch what altitude we want to be. Now another 17 miles to lose, so 17 miles we'll aim to lose about 5,000 feet in that distance. So we said 10, so 15,000 feet at Natch. No higher than that, really. So we can look at the time it takes to get into Natch. And we want to be at 15,000 feet at Natch. $100-ton glider, and then some. About more like a 300-ton glider. What's our current gross weight? 285 tons. What's the actual max landing weight? Max landing weight is 282. We're actually still above the max landing weight. We will be below it, but we took our zero fuel was so high, completely full cargo. We will be just below it. Oh no, sorry. Landing weight will be 282 weight. The max landing weight is 302. We are already 15 tons below the max landing weight. Ah, look at that. So that's what X-Plane map enhancement looks like. Very nice. It's Bing maps. I always stick with Bing. Looks great. Live weather's looking like live weather as well. Yeah, exactly, Steve. I will. Thanks for the advice. Alright, I said 15,000 feet in match. Going to be there in 6 minutes, but don't forget we're slowing down as well. So 6 minutes to lose. I can't maths this one. 14,000 feet. So just simply divide that by 6. 14,000 feet divided by 6. About 2,300 recurring. So 2,000. Probably need to bring a bit of speed brake out just to bring that under control. Or, even better, go VS. Drive the nose down a bit further, go a little faster. We do 320 knots in the descent. More parachuting drag. I love the auto-fly system on this. Nice guy, I reckon in 10 years you'll be planning your daughter's uni and flying Qantas into Heathrow to Sydney. No thanks. Gosh, what's VMO in this? Like 360 knots. Oh, you know what? Just because I can. 340. I want to do it. 4,000 feet per minute. Let's do it. 340 knot descent. Just because I can. The Jumbo is just an epic aeroplane. Oh my god, it's still increasing. What is VMO? It stopped. VMO is about 390 knots. That's bonkers. Oh, let's do 350. There's not many aircraft you can descend at 350 knots. Absolutely fine. That's what it looks like if you're in a hot air balloon. Is that VMO? That's VMO now. As you descend. Yeah, now you see it stopped increasing. It's definitely VMO. VMO is 375. That's a little higher here at the Felis 742. When we say we can do 40 knots faster, yep. We'll do 350. Awesome. Anyway, let's get ready for conventional navigation, guys. So what we're going to do is show you what we're going to do from Natch. Match the heading bug. 062. Just go to heading select. Right, 066 probably with the wind. Oh, watch my speed now. Oh, yes! 360 knots. Yeah, I better bring it back a little bit now. Let's just bring it back to 2,500 feet per minute. We'll bring the speed back to we're going to slow right down to 300 knots from 300. We're doing 375 knots. That's amazing. Sorry, 045. Turn off INS now. Radio. And radio. Did I open the reserve valves? I did. Oh, that's fantastic. I need to use a bit of speed brake here because I'm going fast and a little bit high. Speed brake's coming out. That's probably a maximum indicated airspeed with speed brake. Let's fully extend it. God, that's going to be really effective at this sort of speed. Getting ready to engage forelock. Seatbelt signs on, yes, good idea. And we best run the descent checklist. On this checklist, I couldn't satisfy on my test sector set for landing for fuel and the radio altimeters, I think. You'll have to let me know which one I need to do, but we'll run it now.
Descent check.
Pressurization set. Landing data.
1 moment.
Yeah, landing data. So this one I didn't know how to complete it. Was it bug set or something? Oh no, I forgot to go to go.
Set.
Go around. There we go.
Fuel. Let's see.
And then this one here, you only need one. Oh, you need a cross-feed valve open. Perfect. Oh gosh, no, sorry. One cross-feed valve open only, and both reserve tanks open.
Set for landing.
Thank you.
Annunciator lights. Checked. Altimeters.
Set and cross-checked.
Right, onto
Set
Vorlock.
and cross-checked.
Nav armed, naved.
Landing
Engaged.
One moment.
Yeah, we'll do that at 10,000 feet, that's fine. So we're bringing speed back to 250 knots. Inbound to cards. Remember, we want to be at 10,000 feet at this point. I'll set 8,000, which is the minimum altitude, minimum holding altitude. Look, so we're doing everything legally, as per the charts. That was a fantastic descent, really enjoyed that. Just, 7.4 is just so versatile. Yeah, 375 knots indicated, no problem. Just awesome. Alright, so we are 16 miles from cars there in 3 minutes, and I want to be at 8,000 feet. Yeah, we can just bring the descent to about 1,000 feet per minute. And we'll be doing 250 knots. So I can get rid of the speed brake now. I'm going to bring the auto throttle system to speed hold. It's not engaged, but we'll now engage 250 knots, and that's our minimum clean speed. Yeah, 251. Okay, 251 knots. I'll do our minimum clean speed there. There we go. That was brilliant. Outsell, thanks. Oh yeah, best set the QNH here. 1021. Once. Twice. Thrice. Oh no, it's synced up. Okay, out to...
10,000.
Oh yeah, bring the speed back then. Speed brake. It's not quite doing 250. Right, lights can come on.
on. Radios and nav instruments.
Set and cross-checked.
Set and
Get
cross-checked.
speed 250 knots below 100.
Radio altimeters.
Set.
There you go.
Set.
Speed brake stokes and thrust
Descent
stop
approach
coming up.
checklist. Complete.
Cool. Look at that. Said we wanted to be at cards at 8,000 feet. We're going to be there about I think we're pretty much bang on, guys. That was really good descent planning. I like it. Right, don't use INS now. Look, it's gone some random distance and time because we've at the final waypoint. So I'm just going to switch that to wind, track and ground speed, something like that. There we are. Reach from 9 to 1, you see, on the waypoint. So, next thing that's going to happen is we're going to maintain 251 knots, which is our clean speed. 21 DME, so our ground speed is, let's call it 300 knots.
1,000
So
to level off.
3 miles. We can step down to 6,000 feet now as well. Look, 33. Yeah, so it's safe now to go down to 6,000. I'm just going to do a really shallow descent now. 750 feet. So what's our ground speed? To 2.9. Oh, just call it 3 miles. 24 miles will start the DME arc. Awesome. Having still most generous of you. Thank you very much for the one gifted member. Avtok, thank you very much. You have been invited to our members only Discord. I hope you enjoy using the custom emojis in chat as well. Thank you very much, buddy. And thanks for all your work on this fantastic livery. There we are. Next is the landing checklist. So I'll run that. But I like to have this here because it has all your bug speeds on there. 231. Well, they're actually all here. Look, flap 1, flap 5, flap 10, etc., etc. Right, next thing is 24 miles. Mark Scott, talking through your actions explains what you're doing really well. Do you do that in real life? When training, yeah. If I'm line training, it's very common to patter exercises, but obviously flying the aeroplane is PF with a line crew. Yeah, you're sort of doing this manually, but this is obviously quite intense, doing the job of 3 people. Engineer, radio. I could be on VATSIM, a busy VATSIM event as well. Alright, cool. So 24 miles, we'll start the turn. I can preset the heading. So 045 plus 90 is 135. to break 90 degrees. And I'm going to use the RMI needle here to work out this. So the one with the fin line. There you go, to give you an idea where we are. There's the symbol of the aircraft. You can obviously use this as backup, but just to show you, we'll use the conventional navigation working in the background. We might do this as a CDA. You never know. Shell it off about 500 feet per minute. $25 miles. So we could do it 2.8 miles. So we'll just call it 24. Well, I could do 23.8 to be very precise. Boom, there we are, heading select. Round we go onto the DME arc. So remember what we said, 1% of your ground speed start turn, and when we roll out 90 degrees we'll be roughly on the correct arc of 21 miles. And then our job is to keep the tail of this needle at 90 degrees, and every time it hits 90 degrees turn it at a 10. Look at that, guys, it works. Ugh. 21.5, 21.4, beautiful. We could already set that to 357, our final approach course. I'm not using the HSI for the DME arc, remember, just using the RMI. Look at that, 21 miles, come on, just one more, 0.1, 21, look at that! Beautiful. Wait for the tail of the needle. It's a bit already crossed 10 degrees there, so just do another 10 degrees. 125. You get the idea. And you just keep going until you intercept the radial to turn final 184. We can now descend down safely to 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet is set. Look at that. See, it's already gone to 0.2, so start the turn a little bit sooner. Going to do another 10 degrees, 115. Just keep the fin needle, remember, is the one with the VOR every time it crosses 90 degrees. Just be patient. It's already crossed again, so another 10 degrees. Oh, hold on, 105. Turned a bit too soon. Yeah, no more than that. Look, so you can see it's pointing, tail of the needle's pointing below 90 degrees now, so we're going to be turning towards the DME, which is what I wanted. So wait now until it's bang on the needle and just check your distance. So I've turned a little bit towards the beacon there, so it's decreasing below 21. I think the limits for your IR, was it a mile? Yeah, so I've turned probably a little bit too soon there, you know, 20.8, it's going to go 20.7 maybe. Because this is not 90 degrees. Just again, leave it, but we're going to soon be on the 184 radial. How do I know I'm on the 184 radial? When the tail of this fin needle crosses 184. So when it comes over here. Turn a bit too soon with the 10, but I don't practice these routinely. 6,000 feet, and we're going to roll out on a 20-mile final. So it's going to be 18,000 feet or so. As soon as we get to 184, we're going to be really quick with the DME and whatnot. 20.6, I did turn too soon. It's okay, we're going to leave this track now probably until I cross the 184 radial. See the tail of the needle's nearly there, 180, 185, that little fin one there. So as soon as the tail of that needle here hits 184, we'll turn final. But I stayed within 0.3 mile error, I'll take that. Single pilot in this thing. Descending to 5,000 feet out south VS. Better start slowing down as well. Flat 1.
Flaps 1.
Coming up to the 184 radial. Tail of the needles. Plus in 184. 184 on the chart. Let's turn final. I'll give myself an intercept heading. Something like that. Tune the ILS. 1119. You'd have to get the ident. Don't have time. Hey, that rhymes. Oh, 1 dot on the glide slope. You cannot teach such skill. It's just so much. CDA from 35,000 feet. 375 knot descent. Arm localizer. 1 dot. Flap 5.
Flaps 5. Localizer alive.
Can't teach brilliance. They'll be singing about me. Localizer line, localizer capture, runway heading set. Glide slope. Alive. Checked. Flap 10.
Flaps 10.
Bug the flap 10 speed. 191 knots. Beautiful. I just did a CDA DME arc onto the ILS. Missed approach altitude 4,000 feet. Set. Glide slope capture. Right, flap 10, 16 miles, 190 knots. I'll maintain this configuration. I better be doing some X-piloting. There we go. Oh, and we still... Are they using advisory here in... There's no understandably. Who am I talking to as well? Nagoya traffic, Alpaca 74, Foxtrot, final, ILS, Zulu, runway 36. Alright, 190 knots, 15 miles. Beautiful. Isn't it your job to teach this? In a 7.3 using LNAV and VNAV. Not raw data in a 7... Oh, what have I just pressed?
Flaps 20.
No, I didn't want to do that. Not doing this in a... This old tank. Man getting paid to teach it says he can't teach it. That is true. Could hear someone on that. That's so great. Joss, how did you start again? Yeah, 1% take. It's a rough rule of thumb. 1% of your ground speed works really nicely to roll out onto the arc. It works in any aeroplane. Concorde 7.4, Cessna, Seneca.
50, 40,
Oh dear.
30, 20, 10.
Awesome. T2Co, thank you very much for the $5. Most kind. Very generous, thank you.
Since V1 hasn't been around to give money to, you benefit. Thanks for the DME arc. Been wanting to learn that with this and tuned in just in time.
Amazing. Well, look, it's a very rough, ready way of doing it. I've never done it in real life. I have my notes from IR 16, 17 years ago. I've flown them before in the 7.3 as a demonstration, doing type rating for a bit of fun. So yeah, I hope you found it beneficial, guys. Have a bit of fun. And there's available resources online as well. There we go. Right, 10 miles. I've bugged slightly below the flap 10 speed, so let's work flap 20. Flap 20 speed is 171 knots. 171. I think it's geared down flap 20. I can never exactly remember, but we'll drop the gear at 7 miles, and when we come out of this cloud, we should have the beautiful Nagoya Airport inside. I've just got to butter it now. Alright, I'm in IMC here.
Gear down.
Let's drop the gear.
Flaps 25.
That's normal. It's because I've gone flap 25 out the gear down and locked. It's going all so well. Yeah. Come on, gear.
Full ending check.
Come on, gear.
Auto brakes.
Gears down. Green light.
Flap
As
30.
desired. Flap 30.
Ignition. Flight start. Cabin signs.
Perfect.
On.
Landing gear.
Down in green light.
Speed brakes.
Armed.
Flaps.
Flaps 30, green light.
Hydraulics. Normal. Landing checklist. Complete.
Perfect. Just want to verify our final approach speed. 156. Whoops, a bit slow. Okay, hopefully we'll come out of this cloud. When I checked the meta, it was cav okay. One way to know the gear is working. That is true. Come on. Here it comes. Beautiful. Oh, someone's in their sailboat early in the morning, and 2 people in their sailboats, 3 people in their sailboats. Beautiful. And there is Nagoya, straight ahead. Alright, guys. Here we go. Oh, look. Few 4,000 broken at 700. A bit lower than that. Alright, let's have some fun. Disconnecting order throttle. And Let's get myself in a better view here. That will do. Disconnect the autopilot. Right, my aeroplane. Go traffic Alpaca 74 Foxtrot, short final runway 36. Checked. It's really nice weather. What was the wind? Variable 1 knot. Great. Don't get high. Don't get fast. It's a fantastic add-on, isn't it? Speed. Little bit high, a little bit left of centre line. 3 whites, get away with it, the 7.4, but there we are, back on profile. Don't think I selected auto brake on the top there, did I? Oh well. Bit high again. Here we go.
Minimums.
Continue. Probably flare about 40 feet.
$50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Check reverse.
What a stream! What a landing! 100 knots. Manual braking. 80 knots. 60 knots.
Reverse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nagoya. Flight time 1 hour 43 minutes.
60 knots.
Oh, superb. I need to be sick more often. I come back just a new man. Right, oh yeah. The steering. 10 knots. There we go. I should have butter go around. Alright, speed brakes stowed. Flaps coming up. Oh, what a beautiful flight.
Flaps up.
No ATC here, guys, this morning, so we'll just exit here via Alpha 8. I'll just go in a straight line, guys. And, oh, well, look. Oh, look, there's an Alpaca Airways triple. We'll park next to them. All these trains, I'm not sure if they're there in real life. That was just superb. I mean, you can't even teach this stuff. There's no point you watching. I joke, of course. I'm here to entertain and educate. Right, transponder standby, weather radar off, flaps are already cleaned up, flight director's off. I can't remember the configuration. I'll start the APU. I've almost stopped. 1 knot. Alpaca 74 Foxtrot runway vacated. Nagoya. Didn't select auto brake, but I use so much reverse. Yeah, look at the brake temps. I didn't even get up. Hard to use them. Remember you bought all those parts for Aston to double DNF, I know. I like my new taxiing music I've chosen as well. I'm afraid I'm still trying to source my original replay funky music, so we've got something else today. Yeah, we'll start the APU now. There it goes. Stand. Ooh, I have to take 109, I think. Lights all off, strobes. Ah yes, I've got my little plug-in with the man who can marshal me now as well. Is it Auto DGS? Can't remember. So I've actually got a marshaller in XP12, which is cool. This is all pretty much stock XP12, just a few little plugins. So I need to go straight. Very good. straight, but ooh, don't think that's very straight, but alright. We'll go our fuel marshalling cert. Tell me to stop at some point though. There we go. Can't see. Oh! That'll do.
Parking brake set.
Awesome. AP on the bus. Oh, you shut down the engines. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nagoya. Oh, let's have a listen outside. Oh, what a beautiful machine. It's the best. This add-on is 9.9 out of 10. It's just so good. I enjoy flying it so much. I just love old Boeing jets. Absolutely sensational. Every time I fly this add-on, work of art. Perfect. So I look forward to you flying the TriStar in the near future. Yes, we'll purchase that as soon as any builds send it out. Absolute best add-on, agreed. Out of all Microsoft Flight Sim X-Men add-ons, oh, it's up there. It's up there. It has its little quirks here and there, and some people won't like the cabin textures with the passenger variant, and they're not perfect or not, but it's just such a sensational experience. You know, it's like you're flying this airplane back in the 70s. It's great. Amazing. Quarter page, like the chill text music, very, very cool. Lots of butter emojis. Yes, 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 yes. Right, turn off the beacon. That'll close the flight in New Sky. Let's have a look at the after landing checklist to see if I've forgotten anything.
After landing checklist.
Outflow valves.
Oops.
Open. Galley power. Off.
Just about quick enough.
Ignition. Off. Body gear steering.
Perfect.
Arm.
I read that one.
Speed brakes. Down, detent. Flaps. Up, no lights. Transponder. Standby.
Perfect.
Radar.
Perfect.
Off. After landing checklist.
And then
complete.
That's it, next to the shutdown checklist, but we're going to do some replays, guys. Obviously, you'd crank open the nose and offload the cargo too, but yeah, very, very nice. It's great fun. Just another 747 on final. Yeah, I think that might be Ruben. Oh, let's have a look. Hopefully, just watch my landing for advice. That's a 400 though, but I think he's flying the 200. No pressure, Ruben. You've only got 200 people watching. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. Beautiful. Lovely jubbly. That was a great landing. That's the China Eastern one. Never grin. Isn't it meant to say evergreen or something? Oh, awesome. Yeah, stock scenery, guys. It's great. I have to say, I like the textures compared to Ortho as well. When you're close to the ground, again, yeah, there's no 3D grass like you get in Microsoft Flight Sim. Doesn't look anywhere near as good, but it's acceptable. Not sure about that. Is that the Chilean flag? You can't boat there, mate. Brilliant. A little check on New Sky. 10. 10 out of 10. God, look at how much money we made. 115,000. That's insane. Aston Martin have spent their money wisely and spent a lot of it. Astra Jules, what's that all about? I like that. I like that. Brilliant. Very, very nice. Good money made for Alpaca Airways. Alpaca's cargo logistics. Amazing. Great. Well, look, guys, that's the Felis 742. Those of you familiar with the channel knows, you know, how much I love this add-on. It's just a work of art. It's so much fun to fly, incredibly rewarding. We've flown all of the exact routes, very similar to what you'd fly today in the 21st century in 2026, but we flew it conventionally using INS. Very accurate indeed. Follow the real-world rules, complied with all altitude restrictions. CDA for 35,000 feet, DMA arc, went really nicely, and it's just rules of thumb I'm applying. There's probably more accurate ways of doing it, but it works. Turn 10, twist 10. 1% of ground speed. We turned. We were within 0.1 of a mile of the DME arc. The only little mistake was I turned 10 a little bit too soon after the first radial, so I sort of cut in I lost within 0.3 of a mile, weren't we off? But that worked really, really nicely. Happy days. And then on to the ILS to a butter. Absolutely resplendent. Can't believe how nice it is. But guys, the Felis 742 is out now. It's a really, really fine add-on. Great on performance. Just X-Plane being X-Plane, apart from the boat randomly taxiing around, did a reasonably good job. Apart from the METAR updates. Alpaca Cargo, Alpaca Airways. What is this? You gotta love X-Plane. I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna make this into a short, maybe. Alpaca Cargo. Unbelievable. Where are you going? Czech flag a long way from home. Brilliant. Ruben, should I brake? Did you see the boat passing you? Welcome anyway. In your Alpaca Airways aircraft. Right guys, look. I'm calling that a day. I've got to go to bed, go to work tomorrow. But it's been thoroughly enjoyable. I'm glad to be feeling better, and thank you very much for your patience over the last 2 days where I got this stream delayed whilst I had norovirus, but a fantastic day this was. Really enjoyed it. Anyway, let's have a look. I am going to try and source the original replay music. I have no clue where to find it. Absolutely we're doing a replay, but I'm not going to use the one I used in my group flight. I'm just going to find a random tune in the playlist here. I need to find the Funkily Replay one. I'm going to try this one. This one will do. Let's have a little look here. Replay mode. Perfect. Let's have a little look how this looked. Beautiful. Wow. That was just sensational. That tyre smoke. Oh, can't beat the jump though. The Queen. Oh, beautiful. Amazing. One more. What's that? Oh, cool. Look, it even says Chuba Centurion. Yeah, the X-Plane map enhancement. It does all much better close to the ground than Ortho. All these little details. Oh, look at this. Absolutely sensational. Yep, the ship in the background looks so cool. Oh, look at the jet wash as well. Brilliant. Well, that was just a bit epic. Right, got to do the 2-engine view I always do for the replays of this add-on. So good. Yeah, happy story. Yeah, X-Plane replays have been really good. It was really buggy for a number of months, but working superbly nicely. Awesome stuff, guys. So I'm getting a little bit further back. Something like that. There we are, but thank you so much everyone for tuning in for another Flight Sim live stream. 17th of March 2026, late in the evening here in the UK, approaching 2300 Zulu. Great for my body to prepare for late this week, but thank you so much to everyone that donated, for all the gifted members as well, most kind, having store for your lovely Alpaca liveried aircraft. And yeah, busy week at work, so best thing to do is subscribe to stay up to date with the latest content. To all the members, thank you for continued support. Otherwise, I'll see you all very soon for the next live stream. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye bye.